Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu, issue number 4. That's right, folks. We're back at it. We are going strong. And I'm kind of glad we're headed into a very new direction. I say new direction very loosely. I've been really interested in what McKay has been doing with Moon Knight since like the 30-issue run ended. I think Vengeance of the Moon Knight, it was whatever. I thought it was okay. A lot of Blood Hunt tie-in stuff. But Fist of Khonshu has not been like grabbing me the way I really wanted it to. Your big return for Marc Spector. I say that in quotations because he didn't really go away. It wasn't much of anything. But this issue kind of told me what we're doing here. This is a broken man, We're seeing the ramifications of everything happening. The Midnight Mission is dead. Moon Knight and his friends have been reduced to hiding in the shadows. Like, they are trapped in a place they don't want to be. So I find that very interesting. And this is Delmalia Premanik doing the artwork, who has worked on this book before, was never the primary artist. Very impressed with this issue of their work. I think it's the best stuff they've drawn so far for this run. The panel work is insane. There is some insane panel work, especially because we're going interior. It's a lot of like Jake and Steven stuff this issue. It looks fantastic. But this book actually opens up with Detective Frazier talking to Dr. Sternum. And essentially Frazier is trying to blackmail Sternum into testifying against Moon Knight. And Sternum's like, yeah, that's not going to work. You see, my name has more like reputation behind it than Moon Knight's. I work with a lot of like important people. I was a federal agent, You might know the commissioner, but I know senators and Congress people. So I'm not scared of some like low-life detective who thinks she can take down the Midnight Mission. You're nothing to me. So we see that this was a plan by Fairchild, the drug dealer who is fighting Moon Knight currently. And the detective's like, it didn't work. We're not going to get the therapist to testify against me. He's like, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. We'll figure out a new threat. Whatever. I don't really care. We got other shit going on. We'll make it work. We're going to take them all down. It's all good. We already destroyed the Midnight Mission. How much lower can Moon Knight go? We then cut to the bunker from the Warren Ellis run. Moon Knight is crouched over, and he is just broken, and he's kind of talking to himself. Like, the TV is just reporting on, like, what happened to the Midnight Mission, and they're just, like, wanted by the law. He looks terrible, and I love the coloring on this issue, too. It's just so perfect for Moon Knight, just sad and broken. I don't know how I feel about the black, like, actual mask. I think it should always be white. I'm fine with them introducing more black into the Moon Knight costume. I prefer the face to be white, though, and I think that it just adds more. I don't like all the shadowy stuff with him. I don't know. Whatever. I'm fine with it. Marc breaks the TV in anger, and then Jake's like, dude, I don't think killing our source of entertainment is going to solve the problem. And this is where we get some really cool panel work. I really dig it. I'll put some of it up on screen for you. It's Jake being like, dude, we're kind of fucked right now. You made our girl mad at us. Or, no, he says your girl is mad at you. Okay, that's kind of cool. Just, like, singling out that, like, Greer is interested in Marc and not, like, the whole complex. But anyways, this ain't going well. But come on, like, we fought, like, werewolves and vampires and stuff. Why are you scared of, like, a gangster? And Steven interjects, like, come on, man. It's just, like, a guy in a loud suit. Like, what are we afraid of here? He's like, well, he's killed the Midnight Mission. We have people to care about now, and for so long we have been putting people in harm's way. Look at like what we lost because of that. Look at like where Marlene is. Look where Frenchie is. I don't want to do that to these people too. Which is like thematically a cool idea for Moon Knight. Like, I had an entire supporting cast over there for a long time, and now I don't want to lose these ones too. So he's a mess, and he's starting to like stand up, like cleaning himself up. Like, I gotta do this alone again. And both Steven and Jake are like, stop talking like that. Don't be dumb. Act smartly. But he's like, I've never been smart. And then there's like a voice calling out, like, alone, no good, no friends to help. It's a voice who is like in the darkest depths of the city of New York. Well, if you go back all the way 4 years ago, holy shit, 4 years ago, to issue number 1 of Jed MacKay's relaunch of Moon Knight, he fought Vermin. Well, Vermin is coming back to take on Moon Knight because he's in his territory now. And what follows is Marc Spector beating the shit out of rat people. Yeah, it looks great. And the panel work here, too, is just fantastic. Just, like, so fluid, so energetic. Intercuts between 2 panels on, like, the same line. And, like, one half of it looks like Steven. The other half is just Marc beating people up. It's incredible. I am blown away by this. It's just Marc, like, I'm not holding back anymore. I'm not letting anyone else fight my wars. No one else is getting hurt because of me. He blows up, like, so many of them. But the vermin just keep coming. Marc and Jake and Steven are just like, what the hell are you doing? This is getting way too intense. You're going a little too crazy here, even for us. Just guts and blood and slashing and claw marks scratching all over the place. I absolutely adore it. It's incredible. And Marc is like being consumed by all of them. Steven and Jake think they're going to die. The Marc's hand like reaches through like... it's crazy. Reaches through like the horde, is like, nothing could kill me, and he just screams like, oh, he's broken. This is what I've always been, boys. I'm a blood drunk, murder hungry fool who could just think he can save people, but I can't. I'm a monster. I'm a wild dog. Like the outline of a wild dog and like the smoke behind him as he like killed all of like these rat creatures. Holy crap, man. That's unbelievable. Like, I'm not somebody who likes the bloodlust Moon Knight where he's like a crazed killer destroying everything. I don't like that. I don't like this character being, broken and just cutting faces off. I don't like that. But when you give me a story reason why Marc is brutalizing things and is so distraught, I am for that. And that is what this issue has served us. Marc has been through so much hell, not just in like this run, but through so many other books in his characterization throughout history, that this is a guy who's been like, I am just everything they thought I was, am I? I cannot escape this image of myself. I guess I'm just going to be that image. As much as I try to retaliate against it, a leopard can't change its stripes. No, a tiger can't change its stripes. A leopard has spots. You know what I mean? Whatever. So Marc just killed a bunch of rat things. It's awesome. We cut to Detective Fraser. She goes home, and as soon as she sits down, she realizes that there's somebody in the shadows watching her. She's like, are you going to kill me? And he's like, no, I'm not. I haven't decided yet, but I think I would like to. I'm not really a cop killer, though. And she's like, how did you know everything about me already? He's like, well, you were pretty sloppy. When you met with Flint, I had a guy on the inside, and we see, like, Jake is sitting in the booth behind them. Incredible, super incredible. I really like that. Marc has her like call up Fairchild, like just put him on the phone. I want to talk to him. I think it's time we had a chat. So we see Fairchild thinks that Fraser is calling him. He answers the phone. It's Moon Knight, and he's like, "Oh, cool, my favorite guy. What's going on? You seem like an asshole. You kill my cop." He's like, "No, but." Got me thinking about some stuff. We keep dancing around the issue, You keep trying to hurt people. I keep trying to hurt your people. What's the point? I remember when we first met, you said we could, like, fight because you were a boxer, so you're, like, face-to-face, eye-to-eye. Why don't we do that? Let's settle that. Let's settle this in the ring, okay? You want my territory? I'll fight you for it. And I'm like, oh, that is a great stinger to the end of this issue, man. We haven't seen Marc like this yet in this run. Throughout everything. Like, we've seen him broken and bruised, but this is a guy who's a wild dog. Like, he is broken. He's broken. I'm going to sound so stupid, but was Wild Dog the name of Marc's boxing moniker? I don't know. I wish I knew that. I wish I looked it up before. If he had one, I can't remember if we, like, ever were given that information, but I wonder if, like, Wild Dog's him, like, all right, it's time to go full on breaking bones. Let's see what we got. Very strong issue. So much fun with this one. This is what I wanted Fist of Khonshu to be. Okay, look how broken Marc is when he's not with his god now. He's afraid and alone, and he's gonna like act out like a dog. It's pretty insane. I really dig it. I think this is the strongest of the 4 issues of the run so far. So Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu, issue number 4. I am going to give a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.